Hello and welcome to the Cameron McNeish channel. I don't know about you, but I sometimes get quite frustrated when you spend a lot of money on a newish camper van like I've done recently, and then you realise that some things that should have been fitted as standard weren't, and you have to spend more money when you get home fitting these other things. In the case of this Swift Autocruise Select, I was quite taken aback to realise it didn't have any mud flaps, which is a real strange one. So I bought some mud flaps and fitted them myself. And the other thing that really surprised me, and this was much more surprising, was that it didn't have any rear sensors or a rear view camera. And on a vehicle that's 6.36 metres long, you'd think that would have been standard, but it wasn't. And it's a curious thing with the Autocruise Select, because you can buy various packages. You can buy the basic vehicle and various packages. And in one of those packages you get air conditioning. And it seems to me very odd that you have to buy a package, you know, 500 or 600 quid to get air conditioning in a van like a Fiat Ducato. I'd have thought that would have been standard. But anyway, this van did have that package, and it did have the air conditioning, so that was good. But yes, I fitted the mud flaps myself. I didn't fit the rear view camera myself because I'm not that skilled as an electrician. There's a story in this village where we live. It's a bit of a joke, and it goes along the lines of, how do the McNeishes change a light bulb? And the answer is, Cameron pours the whiskey while Gina phones the plumber. Now, I'm not a plumber, I'm not an electrician, I'm a writer, for goodness sake, I'm a writer. So I can't be expected to do all these electrical things and all the rest of it. I mean, I wouldn't ask an electrician to write a 100,000 word book. But anyway, my good friends at Highland Camper Vans near Inverness fitted the rear view camera for me, which I still think should have been something that was standard on this vehicle. But it's done. Now, the other thing that I found quite odd in this camper van, and I managed to fix it myself, the Truma Combi boiler is at the back of the vehicle. So there's a bit of a duct, and there's a hole, if you like, where the heating comes out at the back, and there's one at the front of the vehicle. Now, it's quite a long vehicle. It's 6.36 metres in length. So by the time the hot air goes from the back of the vehicle right through to the front, it cools off a bit. It's quite a long way, especially in winter when it's cold. And it's not always as hot, as warm as you'd want it in the front. But then I realised that halfway along, as it passes through the shower room became like a sauna. As soon as you opened the door, the heat would hit you. And it was incredible, which is great if you want to dry off waterproofs or something, or if you want to have a shower first thing in the morning. It's nice and hot, but we don't need a shower room to be that hot all the time. I would much rather have some of that hot air up at the front of the vehicle. So what I had to do was change the little output, the little heat output in the shower area, which stayed open all the time. You couldn't close it. And I've simply spent £6 and bought a little plastic one with a flap on it that you can close. So I can close the one now. I can close that little heat outlet in the shower room, and I get lots of heat right through to the front of the camper van. If I want the shower room warm, I just open up the flap. Dead simple. And for the cost of £6, it's a no-brainer, really. And it just surprises me that the manufacturer didn't think of that in the first place. But there you go, that's how it goes. If these little videos that I'm doing are any good to you, then please consider subscribing to the channel. You can press the button down below here, and it'll be good to have you on board. And indeed, if you want notifications of whenever I get a new video up and running, then just press that little bell icon down below as well. And of course, it's always great to hear from you, so keep these comments coming, good or bad. I'm thick-skinned, I can take it. And we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.